What is up? I think I figured this out. Can you guys see me clear? I can't see how many of you are actually here. Let me see if I can pull this up on my phone. Sorry it took me so long. I wanted to make sure that I did this right so that everybody can see. Am I live? Am I live? I don't see myself live. There's people on YouTube, I'm sure. I see you. How does anybody see me on Instagram? Damn, I can't find my damn self. I'm like hella shadow banned. Oh, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. All right. Let me tell people I'm live. Finally. I'm loved on YouTube. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably a love-hate relationship. You know how that goes. Um so I was on Instagram earlier, um and I was talking about this new organization that someone brought to my attention, of course. And they were pushing an LGBTQ message, which was crazy to me. Um, I'll check it in a minute. No, just leave it on the table. Sorry, it's summer break. The kids are home. Got to make it do what it do. Yes, Liddell did get me on setup. Shout out to Liddell. What's up, guys? Hey, so look, shout out to A Rod. I'm just gonna tell you who it is. A Rod is the plug for information such as this. He is always on the lookout for stuff like this. So, what's his name? DC Drano shared a new coalition that has popped up in the conservative ether, and it is gays against grooming. So I was like, let me just look. I decided just go look and see exactly what they were about. And to no surprise, of course, there's a ton of hypocritical statements. I went to their Twitter as well. That made it even worse, looking at their Twitter and seeing the things that they're pushing. So if you guys don't mind, please do me a favor, since I can't share out my lives right now because I'm not on my phone. Please make sure to share this to a bunch of different people. Please make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss another pop-up show like this. I'm going to be doing more things like this on my YouTube than I was before. I kind of dropped the ball on my YouTube, got real comfortable on Instagram, but it's time to get back to work, right? We got to talk when you're done later on the topic. Okay. Please, please, please tell people that I'm live. Put this in your stories, put it anywhere. I don't really care. Just let people know that I'm live and let's have this conversation. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I view this as very hypocritical and honestly makes no effing sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why the conservative crowd is welcoming this, especially with the people involved, i.e., Lady MAGA. That was the kicker for me. I'm like, you got this dude who openly has said he takes pictures with children. I had him on a show with me where we did a Make America Think Again, and I had the people from Utah. What's his name? Jonathan. I can't remember his last name. He came on with me, and I questioned him about mixing Brexit with anything LGBTQ, and of course, he tried to deflect. Well, we're a 501c3. We can't do that. We can't discriminate. First of all, it's not discriminating. It is simply telling someone, hey, no, we're not interested. You don't have to give them a reason why. It's just simple, we're not interested. Right. And then Lady Maga, aka Ryan, comes on and is very disingenuous with everything that he's talking about. I'm just like, why do you think black people need you? And of course, it was a whole thing. You guys can go watch it. I'll pull it up so you can figure out where it is on my YouTube. Go watch it. Go listen to him say what he explains to children when they look at him in drag. It listen, man, it was the sickest thing that I've seen in so long. And now to see another, pretty much it's a branch of the log cabin Republicans. Now I'm watching this group spread so fast at an alarming rate, and very little people giving it pushback, which is absolutely insane to me. What's up, A-Rod? I see you. I am going to show you. I'm not prepared because I didn't pull up the actual video, but bear with me. While I'm talking to you, I'm going to be pulling up these things, and hopefully I can get the perfect timestamp. This was a while ago that I did this. Where is it? Where is it? I was just looking at it. It's a Blexit one. Are you talking about the guy that won the hills? Yes. That is Lady Maga. Whatever it is. Is DC Drano supporting them? Yes. We have been telling them. Shout out to A-Rod, man. A-Rod is one of the realest people in this movement. Lexit, I love the fact that Lexit is not afraid to call a spade a spade. That is the one thing that I love about them. They have no problem being like, nah, bro, like, we don't support this. It's not how it's going down. But other folks are, I view them as afraid. They're more afraid of gay people than they are of God at this point. That's how I look at all this. How you tripping on what a gay person's gonna say? Um, you need to be worried about what you gonna hear when judgment comes. If you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian, then cool, don't worry about it. But I'm speaking to the people who proclaim to be Christians. That's the funniest part about all this. Um, he ain't no lady. I don't like him. He doesn't like me. We had a it wasn't a tumultuous conversation. We had a conversation. He was not very pleased with what I had to say, but I don't really give a fuck. This is how I get down, and he'll be all right. Why can't I find this video? This is so weird. It's like nowhere on my. Hell no. Nah. If I find out someone got this video canned, we're gonna have a problemo. How come I can't super chat? You can't super chat because I was demonetized again. I have been demonetized probably 20 times now. Um the first time it was because they said, "Well, you didn't use, what did they say? It wasn't my original content even though I paused making my own. Don't play the whole video." They just some fuck shit. Fuck shit. That's what they do. Sorry for being unprepared, guys. This is my fault. I have to send myself this video so that I can pull it up, cuz bitch can't see nothing. Well, that's gay. You should pin your Cash App. If I pin my Cash App, then people are going to call me a grifter. If you haven't heard in this, the conservative streets, I'm a grifter, even though I don't make any money. And people say, well, you might not be doing it for the money. You could be doing it for the clout. Okay. There is no clout in this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to let you guys listen to this. I won't be able to play it all, but I do want you to see that I actually did. a live with him, and he openly states that he, took pictures with children. I can't remember how far into the video it is, but nonetheless, here you go. Listen to this. What you do in the privacy of your bedroom is what you do. Just like I don't run around and openly frolic and say what I do in my bedroom. Hey, I'm straight. I'm a straight
Yeah.
conservative. Who gives a
Neither do
shit,
I.
bro?
Neither do I.
But you do
And
though, because you walk around dressed as a woman.
that has nothing to do with bedroom behaviors. Nothing.
No? Then what does it have to do with?
Theatricality, trying to
To
wake
do
people up,
what?
draw attention to the conservative movement.
And we need you to dress as a woman to draw attention to us.
Well, here's why. I get message after message from conservatives who say, my brother or my teenage kid is dressing up and they think they're transgender. And they message me and I tell them, your family member does not have to take hormones. They don't have to cut off their genitalia. They might be a little different. So, Suni, I want you to know I've literally saved the lives of people who feel like they need to do transgender procedures and they stopped. And there's a big difference
By
between,
doing what? Dressing as a woman?
well, if you're okay, so let's talk about, let's say there's a 17-year-old who says, I'm transgender, and their conservative Christian parent says, I don't want you taking hormones, I don't want you altering your body. And they have a conversation with me, and I say, let's protect people and promote. If they got to be a little different, that's okay. But in the LGBTQIA plus movement right now, it is predatorily going after young people and telling them that you have to take hormones. You're a 9-year-old kid, and we're going to inject you with hormones. We're going to prevent your.
I gotta pause it right here, man. This is what they do. They pinpoint one area where they differ from the latter, and I'm talking about the LGBTQ community. They pick one point where they differ from the latter, okay? And they say, look, I'm not the one who wants to pump your children full of hormones. This is what the radical left is doing. But I will tell them that it's okay to dress like a woman, as long as you don't change your gender. How does this make sense? This is pretty much what this Gays Against Groomers new coalition is doing. They have found a market which they can exploit by trying to make themselves look like us. All right. These are the same people that will call themselves Christian, but will also use the rainbow to signify that they're fudge packing or carpet munching. I hope we hurry up and get to the point where he openly says, I take pictures with children as long as I have their parents' permission. What? I take pictures with children as long as I have their parents' permission. And if I can't show it on here, I will sit through this 2-hour show and post the video so you guys can see. I'm not making this up. This man literally said this on my show. Now let me play some more.
The people on the left.
So and you're breaking them by dressing as a woman.
Well, you know what? Do you have a problem with Halloween?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, so if somebody dresses up as Spider-Man or Frankenstein or a unicorn or...
No, because that's kids taking on a character, not another gender.
What about adults? What about cosplay? Do you have a problem with cosplay conventions?
Are they dressing as another gender?
A lot of them are, yeah.
They are? So, I mean, there's a cosplayer I'm really cool with. He doesn't dress as another gender.
I'm guessing I'm a little older than you, but do you know what Powder Puff was?
I'm 31. Yes, I do know what Powder Puff is.
Right. So the girls play the football, the boys...
But they're dressed as women. And right. then and you know what? And the boys that dress as cheerleaders, they're gross too.
Well, I feel like if you and you have not listened to my podcast, have you personally gone to your state legislature and stood up for women's sports and children's right to not be injected with hormones and have procedures? Because I have.
I'm a woman. I stand up for the right to be a woman every day when I speak out against transgenderism and men dressing like women.
Absolutely. But I'm asking you, have you gone to your state legislature?
I
Have
don't
you?
have to go to my state legislator. My voice reaches millions.
Well,
So
that's
what's your
wonderful.
point?
Well,
And I
that's
live in another country, so you asking me that is completely just
oh,
it's
sweetheart.
left
I
field. What are you
lived overseas
talking
for
about?
9 years. I've lived in France. I've lived in Ecuador.
Great. So
I,
did you go to that legislation? No, you didn't. You lived in another country.
so your voice on YouTube right here is more important than advocating for actual
This
legislation.
is what they do. The first thing he tried to do when I'm asking him these hard questions. So you dressing as a woman is going to help this? Well, have you gone to your state legislators and did that for kids? Bitch, I don't need to. I don't need to. I have children of my own. I have a family of my own. I'm raising productive citizens in the US, and I also don't mind putting my voice out on the internet in front of thousands of people that I've talked to over the last probably near a million over the last 3 something years. And you want to ask me, have I gone to the state legislator? Because you are advocating against kids being injected, but you don't advocate against kids dressing as another gender, as if that is not just as harmful because it's a mental thing versus you injecting hormones into your body. It's all harmful. It's all harmful. This right here is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to gays in the conservative movement. They are not here to assimilate. If you go to their website, let me go you to their website. We can play some more of that a little later. Let me take you to Gays Against Groomers so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Their first opening statement, when you want to read more about them, it says, "We are a coalition of gays against," highlighted, "the sexualization and indoctrination of children." No, you're not. You have a man who openly dresses as drag that is around children. No, you're not. You are not against the sexualization of children when you openly display the fact that you are gay. You don't think kids are going to say, "Mommy, what are gays against groomers?" Well, it's two men that love each other against two other men that love each other that possibly want to indoctrinate you and over sexualize you. Any promotion of homosexuality is a promotion of homosexuality. I don't care if you claim to be conservative, Christian, you're damn sure not a Christian. You are still promoting it. You just view your way of promoting it a little better because, hey, I'm not forcing it down your throat, but I'm going to advertise this as something positive. Let's take a poll in the chat. Are you guys ready? Let's take a poll. Drop a one if you think homosexuality is positive in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If you think it's positive and you don't think there's anything wrong with it, drop a one. If you think there's something wrong with it, please drop a two. I'm going to take a poll. Please, people on IG and people on YouTube as well. Please, 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 please. Let's get into the about with this organization. Something that really stood out to me, all right, was absolutely, it was crazy. It was crazy. Gays Against Groomers directly opposes the sexualization of children. This includes drag queen story hours, drag shows involving children, even though Lady Maga has been at several events where children are. You've already lied in what you're about. The transitioning and the medicalization, this I hate these fucking words, of minors and gender theory being taught in classrooms. Do you see what I mean? Why are you not against gender theory? Period. You say taught in classrooms. What the fuck? Why are you for it? Period. Most people won't read this and take it for what it really is. They'll apply it to a broad stance. You're against it in the classroom. What about in real life? What about on our TV screens? What about there? What about at these conservative events where you have openly gay people? Let me shut up and keep reading. It was something on their website. I have to find it, where they said all they wanted to do was be successfully integrated. Here we go. Here we go. Are you guys ready? I'm going to zoom this in so you can see this. This is the crux of what they are trying to do. This is acceptance for these people. Okay? They are not fighting for any equality. They have every single right I have, you have, the next person has. They love to compare the whole black and gay thing. First of all, I can't help that I'm black. People see that off rip. You can help people knowing if you're gay or not. You can help if you're going to dress up like a weirdo in it as a different gender. You can help that. I can't help being black. I'm glad we got that straight. The activists backed by school boards, government, woke media, and corporations have been speaking on our behalf for too long. When fighting for equality, our goal, listen to this, our goal was to successfully integrate ourselves into society. But now these radicals aim to restructure it entirely in order to accommodate a fringe minority. You are a fringe minority. You're not the norm. What the fuck? As we seek, as well as seek to indoctrinate children into their ideology. I'm going to go to the comment section and see how many of you voted. Here we go. We got a lot of twos. Two, 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 two. Okay. So you don't view it as something positive. What's the YouTube link? It's on my, just type in Hot Mike Suni. You can come on via if you go to YouTube, type in Hot Mike Suni, you will see my logo, the mic up there, and you'll see the video. It'll be live. I can't send it anywhere right now. So this is what Gays Against the Groomers is all about. And I want you to really take note. All right? Take note of their logo. Take note of what color it is, the color schemes, the schematics. If they are trying to remove themselves from this radical, woke, disgusting group, then you wouldn't be touting the same rainbow, right? They say they are coming to take their community back. I also want to show you their Twitter page, and you won't be surprised to see what gay conservatives are on there and what they're saying. I wish people would take time to just read what these people are talking about. And at some point in the show, I will allow everyone to hop on here and give their 2 cents on this. I want to just get this out without any distractions right now. There it is, right there in the comment section on YouTube. And I will put it right now so I don't forget. Let me do it right now. I will put the link into the chat right there. Boom. Anybody who wants it, click the link. If you're not in this chat and you want to come on, inbox me on Instagram. I'll see it and I will send you the link. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Conservatives become I agree with you. I agree with you. Here we go. This is their Instagram. Okay. We are going to reclaim our community. What is your community? Is it being American or being gay? Because those two conflict. A lot of these people call themselves Christian. What community? The Christian community where the rainbow means that God promised to never flood the earth again? Or are you just straight up gay? And because you can say the right things to get in on this side, uh I'm trying to figure out what community. Bottom line, what community? All right, let's keep going. We're going to reclaim our community from the psychotic activists who destroy it. Watch. Of course, they retweet Rob Smith. I just had the most visceral and negative reaction to seeing the rainbow flag waving from a building. They are ruining it, all of it. It is so sad and infuriating. Rob Smith, I know for a fact you've called yourself a Christian. What do you mean they are ruining the rainbow flag? Are they ruining it because it represents being gay? Well, then you would be in opposition to this entire movement because they got rainbow flags everywhere. They got rainbow flags in the log cabin group, um, the website. What do you mean? I would love to know what he means here. Let's keep going. This whole Twitter page is just off the effing chain. Rainbow. Do children that are homeschooled transition or identify as trans just as much as children in the public school system? You are retweeting someone, a man with a female past, gay rights innovator, cannabis activist. He's openly calling himself a transsexual man. I thought that you guys were against gender identity. What do you think young people in the conservative crowd who followed this shit might say or think? You don't think they can be as easily influenced as a child in a public school setting? You don't think that's possible? You don't think sitting here watching y'all do all this weird shit could possibly trigger something in their mind to want to look into what transgenderism is? Genderism, sorry. Or being gay is, or bi, or lesbian? No. No, you're different because, hey, I believe in you having your rights, and I don't think your children should be taught this in school. But on social media, in political circles, yeah, let's just go ahead and let's let that happen because it's okay. It's a okay. Let James Hart on stream. Hey man, you got the link. You got the link if you want to hop in. Where you at? They are using the MAGA movement to push it. They are. And no one gives a shit. Let me not say no one because there are a few people out here. You got Bryson who stood up at Amfest. Shout out to Bryson once again. I might show that video just because it was so badass. I sent you the link. You can come on in here, James. Let me read some of your comments on IG. There's no such thing as a trans child, exactly. Um Thought the same thing. What are you guys talking about? The gays who claim to be Christian have a religion called progressive. I agree. Got to get going. We are bringing our sin back to normal. Appreciate you, girl. That Christian Walker. Christian Walker would never hop in this live. He's not ready for the smoke with me. Ooh, I see 16 people here. What's happening? I don't get how anyone would stand for this. Joining them is helping them groom. I wish I could pin your comment, A-Rod. I really wish I could. Make it make sense. Let's keep going on this Twitter page. I'm a gay against child predators in the LGBTQIA community. That is not that's not really a far right issue. It's a common sense issue. Androphile. Don't know what that means, but okay. I couldn't agree more. We are here to fight this alongside parents and concerned citizens everywhere. Third grade children should not be learning about sex in school. Anyone who thinks that third grade children or younger should be learning about sex shouldn't be in education. And they made sure to clear this up. We don't think third grade should be a cutoff, though. Fourth graders are 9 years old. They should be much older when learning about anything sex related. Why do you want to teach them about being homo? That's what I want to know. What's happening, James?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me good?
I can. Can you help me help the crowd understand why they feel at any point in time in adolescent years there should be a conversation about being gay? I don't think it should ever occur. What do
Well, I agree with you there. I don't think it should ever occur, but we're in a time where people think they can do whatever they want with your children. People who can't produce children think, well, your kids are basically mine because I teach them. So now I
mm,
have the full right to teach your kids whatever I want. That's not how
mm,
it works.
it's
That's
not.
not how it works. The only people who are upset about the movement to push back against this LGBTQ soup mafia are pedophiles, honestly, groomers, and just individuals who aren't mentally fit to be around children in that type of manner alone.
I gotta
I
agree
you
with you
said
there.
it you said it earlier. They're using the MAGA movement to push this agenda as
Mm-hmm.
well. There's an LGBTQ plus RNC coalition. You have these governors stopping woman sports protection bans, and their state legislatures having to fight against their own Republican governors to force this through. It's
Mm-hmm.
sad because people are slowly but surely accepting this. And it all
Mm-hmm.
started back when same-sex marriage was legalized throughout the entire nation.
Man, we got to keep going, y'all. We got to keep going. I want people to get a full. Not. I don't want people twisting my words. As soon as he said this, now I'm very clear in what I'm saying. You need to look at the people that they are aligning themselves with. So I'm gonna pull their Twitter back up. So, gays against groomers, right? This is what I was talking about with Lady Maga. The first thing they do, not even the first thing. This was 6 hours ago. All right, we second that. This is Lady Maga responding to a Libs of TikTok um, post, and I'm going to show you
Mhm.
that too. But tell me how little this makes sense. My thought as a gay drag artist: Pride Month is predatory, garbage, and obnoxious. As you stand outside
With the pride flag.
with the pride flag, within your drag, where children could possibly be driving by, right? And the parents that you said allow you to take pictures with their children, you don't think they're going to have a problem stopping and walking up to you? This is what I mean. You're not against the LGBTQ. Please stop saying it. Anybody who's a part of this organization, if you want to talk to me on this matter, please hit me up because you got to answer some questions. This don't make no sense. This is what this fool responded to. What?
Wow.
This is what you to. This was singer Kesha's performance. This was a part of her performance at the NYC Pride event. The event was open to any and everyone. Advertising didn't mention any age restrictions. Does his shit matter? Did he give any age restrictions to what he's doing? Or is this okay? I'm a drag artist. What the fuck is a drag artist? You are dressed like a schoolgirl and you are a grown
A
ass
grown
man.
man playing make believe. That's what that is. And you want to know what's more crazy than this is the fact that I've attended many of TPUSA's events, and I have run into these type of individuals. Specifically, I saw uh Lady Maga in front of children, because mind you, at these events there are 13 and up kids there. I've even met 12 a nice 12-year-old there before. And you have a grown man dressed up like this going to those events, and where there's just many children there. There's many people, minors, and it doesn't matter. It's supposed to be conservative, but it just isn't. And when the left says it's contradictory, it is. They're right on this one. You can't be a conservative and be doing something this liberal. You just can't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up. What's up, Apex?
Trash.
How you doing?
What up, man? Hey, I'm telling you, these folks shouldn't even be allowed to adopt children. I'm telling you exactly how
I
it should
agree.
be.
I
They
agree.
should not be allowed to adopt children.
Well, I wanna show you because I showed you what Lady Maga does, right? You get to see his TikTok. I mean, not his TikTok, his Instagram, and I'm against this, but I'm gonna stand outside with the rainbow flag and say pride is obnoxious. That makes a whole lot of fucking sense. But listen to this.
Sweetheart,
It's left field. What are you
I've been
talking
for
about?
9 years. I've lived in France. I've lived in Ecuador.
Great. So did you go to that legislation? No, you didn't. You lived in another country.
So your voice on YouTube right here is more important than advocating for actual legislation.
My voice is more important than you dressing as a woman. Absolutely.
Okay, is that my message though? You have not listened
That's
to
what your outward appearance is, which overshadows your message.
Oh, okay. So because I wear a wig and a costume, I do not have an important message to share. It negates.
I don't listen to your message because of how you dress. I'm literally telling you how you display yourself and how you present yourself overshadows your message.
Okay, well, am I dressed in drag right now?
No, but what does that have to do with you asking about your message?
It has to do with telling you that I'm an American patriot and
Good. I never said you were.
and well, good. I'm glad because you're not my enemy. You know who my enemy is? It's the LGBTQIA plus people out there trying to push transgender surgeries on kids, trying to
Shout out to if you guys want to see this show in its entirety, you can go back and watch it. It's on my I'll copy and paste it and put it in the description on this video. But this man is just a walking contradiction. He
Uh,
he made absolutely no sense in this show. Bryson exposed him. I already exposed the gay conservative movement, actively trying to cancel Bryson on TikTok. I was there for that. I was great friends with one of the people who really spearheaded this entire thing. It's not fiction, it's fact. These people don't like Christian conservatives who stand on their principles. They don't. They've actively tried to cancel us. Ryan has multiple times. And you know what? I don't even know if this is true because James Sullivan, is a big ass liar too, and he probably faked text messages um, regarding the whole incident with Lady Maga saying that Trump viewed him as a leader in the future of the conservative movement, which is hogwash. That's bullcrap. You're not a leader anywhere. But my point is, it doesn't matter what they say, what they do, they are in walking oxymoron. This gaze against grooming makes absolutely no sense. I don't really care who is going to be offended by this. It is absolutely time for us to stand up and say enough is enough. We don't need gays against grooming. We need Americans against grooming. If you are an American and you're a patriot, why on your website do you directly separate yourself and you say, my community, I will have no more. We are taking our community back. Who is your community? Rob Smith. Who is your community? The gay who strayed. Who is your community? Broke back patriot. Who is your community? Walking around with a name like that, share this video to them. They need to explain what they're trying to do because it doesn't make sense and it's in opposition to what we've all been fighting for the last what 4 years. Go ahead, James.
I met two out of those three people, but I've communicated with all three of those people. I, in the beginning of what you could call a conservative journey. I used to be at the front. I used to be like, okay, I can deal with it. It's fine, as long as they're not making it their personality, as long as it's not overshadowing the message, and it's not taking over in its entirety. But the fact of the matter is, it is that you can no longer be a conservative or a libertarian or even a Republican or whatever you want to call yourself on the right position and say, well, as long as it doesn't affect me, because it does affect you. It's gonna affect you every day. Every time Lady Maga dresses up in drag and goes outside, there's a potential child to see what that mess is. Every time they go to an event, every time somebody promotes the real broke back patriot or whatever, what that even implies is disgusting. And when you have someone like Rob Smith going to Versace Mansion or doing whatever and fighting against the don't ask, don't tell type situation, he is influencing conservative movement, and it does affect you because at the end of the day, what does this do? This pushes the line back. It makes a seed ground, and it lays the foundation for the left and whoever pushing this agenda to lay down the foundation for the Equality Act, for they're trying for things like whether it's including Roe v. Wade, codifying in Congress, whether it's codifying same-sex marriage in Congress. They're trying to do this stuff actively under your noses, but you have to stand up to it. Like you said, we have to come out against this. We have to show it's unacceptable.
Man,
Did this
what
man
do you
just
got
say
on this,
LGBT
Apex?
plus plus?
He
Did he
did.
just say LGBT plus plus, bro? What is that? Like,
I
what
don't
is that,
know.
bro?
I have no clue, man. I don't know. Hey, I want to show you guys this clip, right? He he attempts to use Candace to say, you know, Candace has got a gay producer. I don't give a fuck. What? Watch this clip. That's what I do. Candace says that's what Tatum does. We all do it.
Yeah, I love how you associate yourself with Candace, a gay producer of her podcast.
And I have a gay friend. I have gay family members. What the fuck is your point?
There you go. So you'll accept them.
You know why? Because they don't constantly push in my face that they're gay. They're still themselves.
Okay.
They don't dress up as women. Right. They're themselves.
All right. Well, first of all, I never said that I dress up as a woman. I dress up as a
bruh.
Your name is Lady Maga.
Ain't no way he just said that.
Yes, he
Ain't
did.
No way he just said that.
Walking contradiction.
Wait, listen to his explanation.
The character.
You dress up as a woman.
I don't know any women who dress with 3 wigs on. And
you dress as a woman. Why are you trying to play games like I'm an idiot?
Okay, I'm not a woman. I'm not.
I know that. I said you dress as a woman.
Right, but you know what? Me dressing up in that costume as that.
Oh, did you guys catch that? After he said, I'm not dressing as a woman, and I said, yes, you are, because your character is a woman. I know that. Listen, conservatives, okay? I'm begging you to please stop allowing these people to represent this side. I am begging you to hold the Republican convention, the National Committee. I am begging you to hold them accountable. I am begging you to tell Trump no, because you know what else is coming through the pipeline? Richard Grinnell is being supposedly vetted to take a VP position, and that is going to be the 2024 ticket. Trump and Grinnell. If you don't think it makes sense now, go back to a year ago when I started talking about all this. Go back to when I exposed the log cabin Republicans. Go back to when I started talking about all these gay people that have no identity with us. Go back to all those lives and tell me that I haven't been on point and right about where this movement is heading. You are listening to one of the chapter leaders in Utah of the Log Cabin Republican group. At what point do you wake up? I'm just saying. You can't keep calling me hateful and bigoted before you start to realize what the hell I'm talking about. How long you guys have been following me for a minute? How long have I been telling conservatives, bro, stop. Stop. Bryson, all these people who got canceled for speaking out against this group. I rest my case. I don't even need to show their website, their Twitter anymore. I think you all get my point.
It's clear, and I think it just speaks to the seeding of ground that has happened over 5 years now. There used to be a point where Republicans consistently said across the board, we do not approve of same sex marriage. We do not approve of that type of lifestyle. But now you have people saying, it isn't that bad. It doesn't have that much of a bad effect. What are you conserving? What are you conserving? That's my question.
It's crazy, man.
Like every conservative that I follow that posted gays against groomers, I had to unfollow them, bro. I had to do it. I couldn't take it, bro. They were posting trainings. They were posting trannies, yo. I couldn't do it. I had to block them. I couldn't do it, bro. It's disgusting.
We are saying no. There are millions of gays within the community that want nothing to do with the alphabet religion and join the
So you
fight with
claim.
parents and concerned people everywhere to protect children. We also aim to return sanity and reclaim the community we once called our own. Once again, what community? You're calling yourself a patriot. You are saying you push America first. Wasn't that what the MAGA movement was about? Isn't that how Nick Fuentes and the Groypers came to be? What community?
You know what this reveals though? It simply reveals and shows that secretly, not even secretly, it's obvious at this point, they want to be accepted by their own. They can't they can't be accepted because they're grifting and they're doing this for clout. But the thing is, after all the cameras shut off, after all the conservatives disappear from their rooms, they're doing the exact same thing that they criticize the left about, and that's the sad part, because they make us look like hypocrites.
Exactly.
These
Guys,
same exact people are going to Pride. These same exact people are going out to these gay clubs. These same exact people are going to Versace Mansion with several dudes and doing sus stuff and posting about it. Rob Smith.
I hope they see this video. I hope Bryson shares this. I hope Lexit share this. Grab clips from it. I hope it's only going to be an hour long. I hope every conservative takes this Instagram live, you clip it and you post it and you tag gays against groomers. You tag Rob Smith. You tag conservative Ant. And I have no problem with conservative Ant, bro, but this makes no sense. I don't know Brokeback Patriot, but your name disgusts me. I me and Lady Maga know of each other, but you are already on my shit list because you're a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Tag him. The only Mario with your heel wearing ass,
Oh,
bending your wrist.
don't
I don't want to be a woman. Yes, you do, or else you
don't even
wouldn't be
bring
acting like
them.
that. Christian Walker. People don't want to say this. These grown men are acting like women, and you're putting them on a stage in front of conservative children. You just did it at Ampfest. Come on.
CPAC.
Hey, thank God Bryson was there to do what he did, man. I'm telling you, thank
Listen,
God he
bro.
was there.
They're at
Tag
all
them
these
all. Yes.
events. They're at all these events. And one thing I can say about Amfest, they didn't give log cabin Republicans an entire space to set up and have drag queens sitting at their tables. Only CPAC did that.
Mm.
So, what are the so-called what is the conservative establishment and the Republican establishment actually pushing for? What will they release on their new 2024 platform? You know what they're going to release? They're going to release the exact same thing that they released the last election, and they're not going to uphold any of those values. And then they're going
That's
to look you
facts.
dead in your face and say, I'm not the other guy. Trust me.
That's facts. That is facts. One more thing, and then we got to wrap because I only have an hour on IG. Look, they're letting you know their intentions up front. Okay, if you don't take anything from this live, and you felt like I was just babbling on and being a homophobe, that's okay too because most people say that. Please go and read their Twitter. Please go and read their website. Please go and look at the things they retweeted, what they're subtweeting on. Go look at their YouTube. Go look at their Instagram. Go look at it. And then
Look at what
refer
they're
back to
liking.
this very same tweet. When fighting for equality, does this not sound like BLM? What equality are you missing? Our goal was to successfully integrate ourselves into society. Sounds an awful like inclusion, which is evil. Just saying. People go research these groups. Get your head out of your ass, get your head out of Trump's ass. Go research Trump too. Go research all these candidates and stop being in love with your own opinion and your own ridiculous ideology. Shout out to Chad O. Jackson. He put the realest post of 2020, actually 2022, up a few days ago when he said, the anointed, and if you guys know who this is, the self-anointed, you can read Thomas Sowell, figure out about it. The self-anointed are spoon feeding you ideologies and thoughts that are not your own. But the public is dumb to it. They don't recognize it. Go research this stuff for yourself. Please. I'm begging you. And I'm going to come back on Instagram in regular format. Um, please share this live. Seriously, share this live everywhere. Tag all the people that I talked about today. You have to do it in spam or they won't notice it. Tag them all. Christian Walker blocked me. Don't tag him because he couldn't handle my videos, even though they were pretty funny, I must say.
Hilarious.
He blocked me. Do your
A
research.
badge of honor.
Don't take my word for it. Do your research, do your homework, and then try to fact check me. I would love to talk to Rob Smith. I would love to talk to the gay who's straight. I actually had a brief conversation with her when Bryson brought her up. It was a while ago, probably like damn near over a year ago. I wonder what he's going to think now that she's attached herself to this. Brokeback Patriot, all of you. Lady Maga, I know you're afraid and you won't have conversations with me, but I just want to talk. I'm just trying to understand how this is any different than what groomers are doing. You're just doing it outside of a classroom, on the streets, in conservative spaces. Do you guys have any closing remarks?
All I have to say is hold your ground. Don't let them make you feel bad with some unfounded moral argument. You have the right to private property. You have the right to pursue life, liberty. I There's nothing else I can say. I think that has to be it. Don't let these people trick you into thinking you have the same values as them. Unless you do. And then at that point you just need to go on the left. But if you don't have the same values as them, pay attention. Look at what they're liking. On Twitter, you can go through all their likes. I
Mm-hmm.
recommend you do it. You will find out who's conservative, who's liberal, libertarian. That's it for me.
What you got, Apex?
Man, all I gotta say really is just hold your ground, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, hey, they already forcing their beliefs on us. You know what I'm saying? and it's gonna be time for us to force our beliefs on them too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
shout out to people. This is what I mean, man. I love the platform I've made for myself. And not to toot my own horn, but when people see me talk about something, they go research it and then post it themselves. Shout out to Sean from Canada and all the people that are reposting and talking and calling conservatives out. Call them out, man. Call them out. I'm going to be back on live via my phone so that people can request to come on. I couldn't do it on here. But this will be how I do most of my shows, including a new show that I have coming out. I'm not going to tell you guys everything. You got to wait. But I do have a new show coming out. I'm going to be partnering with Liddell and his production company. I'm really excited. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And thank you both for coming on.
No problem.
yeah,
Are you guys coming on IG?
Yes, sir.
sure.
Okay, let's do it. I,
Hey,
I don't have an outro on here, so I'm just going to use what I used to come in.
bye, my blanksters.